After my husband's funeral, my sister announced at her son's birthday party, "Lucas is your husband's child, so I deserve half of your $800,000 house." She even showed me a will. I could barely hold back my laughter. 3 months after losing Adam to a sudden aneurysm, I dragged myself to my nephew Lucas's first birthday party. Adam and I had been married 11 years, struggling through infertility, but building a beautiful life together in our renovated Victorian home in Beacon Hill. My sister Cassandra had always been the wild child while I was the responsible one. She'd been distant since Adam's death, barely showing up to his funeral and avoiding family gatherings. At the party, she seemed unusually confident, almost giddy as she moved around the backyard. That's when she called for everyone's attention and dropped her bomb. "Thank you all for coming," she began, her voice carrying across the yard. "I've been keeping a secret that I can no longer hide, especially after recent events." A chill ran down my spine. "Lucas is not Tyler's son," she announced, her eyes finding mine. "He's Adam's." The world seemed to stop. Gasps echoed around me, but it was all background noise to the rushing in my ears. "Adam and I had a brief affair 2 years ago," she continued, her voice steady and rehearsed. "It was a mistake, but these things happen." Adam knew the truth about Lucas. She reached into her purse and pulled out a folded document. Before he died, he updated his will. He wanted his son to be provided for. She held up the paper. "This will states that half of the house should go to Lucas as his biological child." Every eye turned to me. I could see the pity, the curiosity, the discomfort. And then, to everyone's surprise, including my own, I felt a smile tugging at my lips. "Oh, I see," I said calmly, taking a sip of water. "May I see this will?" Her confident expression faltered slightly. She walked over and handed me the document. I scanned it quickly, noting the amateur forgery immediately. The legal language was wrong. Nothing like the documents I'd seen Adam bring home. The signature, while similar, was clearly fake. I carefully folded the paper and handed it back. "Thank you for sharing this. I think I need to go now." "That's it?" Cassandra asked, confusion evident. "You're not going to say anything else?" "Not right now. This is Lucas's day. We can discuss this privately later." Once in my car, I finally let out the laugh that had been building, because there was something Cassandra didn't know, something that made her elaborate lie not just hurtful, but impossible. 2 years before Lucas was conceived, Adam had undergone a vasectomy following surgery for a varicocele. The procedure had been completely successful, confirmed by follow-up tests. He literally could not have fathered a child after that date, but Adam had been documenting Cassandra's behavior for years. Her inappropriate advances, late-night texts, showing up at his office uninvited. He'd predicted she might try something after his death and had prepared accordingly. 3 days later, I called Cassandra over and spread the evidence across my coffee table. Adam's medical records proving the vasectomy, his legitimate will leaving everything to me, documentation of her $75,000 debt and eviction notice, even text messages between her and friends planning the fraud. "These could be faked," she said weakly, but her confidence was crumbling. "Adam's doctor is prepared to testify," I replied, "and creating fraudulent wills is a felony punishable by 5 years in prison." That's when she broke down completely. "I'm going to be homeless with Lucas in 2 weeks," she sobbed. "Tyler left us with nothing but debt. The medical bills never stop. I thought if I could just get some money from the house." Despite everything, Lucas was innocent. So I offered her a deal: confess publicly, enter therapy and financial counseling, maintain steady employment, and I'd set up a trust fund for Lucas's medical needs. Refuse and face felony charges. At our family dinner, she admitted everything to our horrified parents: the fake affair, the forged will, the calculated lies designed to exploit my grief. A year later, Cassandra has steady employment and is genuinely working on herself. Lucas thrives with proper medical care. I've started a foundation in Adam's name and am cautiously dating again. Sometimes the most painful betrayals teach us our own strength, and sometimes the people who claim to love you most are the ones you need protection from. Adam knew that, and even after death, his love continued to shield me.